Hi everyone! Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Chris and tonight we're going to be making dinner. On the menu is scalloped potatoes and ham. So this meal is one of my husband's favorite meals. We used to eat the boxed version of it, but I never really liked it. To me, it always felt like it had too much salt and not enough flavor. So I set out to learn how to make my own. After using other people's recipes and kind of trying out what I liked and what I didn't, I've developed this way that I like to make it. I'm gonna start first by peeling potatoes. And I don't have a specific amount of potatoes that I use for this recipe. I just see how many it's gonna take to fill a 9x13 pan. That's all gonna depend on how big your potatoes are. These potatoes are mostly kind of medium sized. I have 10 potatoes here peeled. I'm gonna give them a quick rinse, come back, slice them up and see how they fit in our pan and if I need to add more. I'm gonna use a little butter on this just to try to prevent any sticking. Since we're gonna be adding a milk sauce with cheese, I just wanna try to keep it from sticking as much as I can. I have a mandolin here that I'm going to use to slice the potatoes. Now, normally you would have something to push this through so you're not using your hand, not directly anyway, but I do not have that. So if you use one of these and you don't have that, just make sure that you're very careful about your hands. I have sliced my hands on this before. It was not fun. We have 10 potatoes here. I think that will be plenty for the two of us. It fills out the 9x13 pan nicely, but they're not too crowded in there, so the sauce can kind of work its way in between the potatoes as well. I'm gonna cut up some onion and garlic to go with it. I have about 1/4 of an onion here that I'm gonna dice up. That onion, I'm going to add 2 garlic cloves. So we have our onion and our garlic. Now we're going to go ahead and get the sauce ready to go. This sauce is going to be mostly a milk-based sauce. I'm going to put a tablespoon of butter. All right, our butter is hot. You can see it bubbling in there. So we're gonna add our onion and garlic. We're going to cook this until the onions start to get a little soft. So our garlic is fragrant. Our onions are soft and you can kind of see how they're starting to become translucent. That's exactly what we want to see. So we're going to add a 1/2 cup of broth. 3 more tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna let this butter melt. To this, I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of flour. I'm gonna mix this in really good. I'm gonna add some salt. I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of it. I'm gonna add some pepper. And I'm gonna use about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon. And I'm gonna pour in 2 cups of milk. While the milk is heating up, I'm going to go ahead and cut some ham. Now this is way more ham than what we need for this dish. But since it's almost Thanksgiving, they have hams and turkeys on sale right now. So I picked up a ham at the store. And what I'll end up doing is I'll just end up slicing it or dicing it and then freezing it. That way it's ready for the next time. We don't usually eat a whole lot of ham just by itself. So this will be perfect to save for the next quite a few times we make this, or if we want to make something else that includes ham. This should be more than enough ham. We probably will not even use all of this. I'm going to go ahead and layer some of this ham on the potatoes, trying to kind of evenly spread it out here. So you get a little bit of ham in every bite. Our sauce starting to bubble and it's thickened quite a bit. So I'm going to turn off the heat now and I'm going to add the cheese. I'm going to add about 1.5 cups of white cheddar. I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of Parmesan. We just want these cheeses to melt. So the cheese is pretty much melted. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of parsley into this. I'm gonna take this sauce and I'm gonna put half of it on here. I just want to spread that around as much as possible. I'm going to add another little bit of ham. Now I'm going to top it with the rest of this. Now that everything is assembled, we're gonna bake it. We're gonna bake it at 350 degrees and we're gonna put it in for 50 minutes. After 50 minutes, we'll check, and we want the potatoes to be soft and the cream sauce to be browned. We'll be back to check on it in 50 minutes. Our scalloped potatoes are ready to come out. You can see they browned up beautifully. They're nice and bubbly. I have to admit, I'm pretty excited to dive into these. But I'm gonna let it cool a little bit so I don't burn my mouth. And then we'll give it a try and make sure it turned out well. It's the moment of truth. Pretty good. Definitely better than those box mixes. If you want the recipe for this, I'll post it on my blog, wiredhomestead.com, and I'll link it below in the description. Thank you for joining me tonight as we made dinner together. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to be notified when I upload my next video, please consider hitting the subscribe button. If you click the bell right next to it, you'll get notified when I upload my next video. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen tonight. I hope to see you next time.